Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the DTF pod.
Yo.
We got a guest here today,
Special guest.
crypto billionaire, Christian. You want to
Hi.
introduce yourself?
What's up, bro?
Hello, I'm Christian, David's brother, not Freddie's. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have brothers, only sisters.
Yeah.
And they're not crypto billionaires.
Yeah, Christian is a crypto billionaire. He downplays it. He downplays himself.
But what's up? What's happening?
Nothing much, man.
Heard you guys saw Fast and Furious recently.
Yeah, we wanted to bring up Fast and the Furious because we know that's your favorite movie, your favorite franchise.
No, my favorite franchise is probably like Resident Evil.
I've never seen those.
I've only seen one movie, the third one.
I think
That's an interesting franchise to
bits
like.
and pieces of it.
I actually didn't know that was your favorite.
I like the old stuff, older trilogies. I don't
Dude.
know.
Fast and Furious is like 20 years old.
That's true. Actually, yeah, that's why. That's early 2000s
Isn't it like
still.
20?
Actually,
23 years old.
no, I like end of the world stuff. End of the world
basically
stuff.
Fast and Furious too, bro.
No, like end of the world, like
Fucking-
apocalyptic type of stuff.
Dominic Toretto saving the world.
I mean, yeah,
every-
you get
every
that.
movie.
That's actually debatable. Like the world would be in shambles. In the
What'd you think of this past movie, Fast 10?
it was good. Yeah, I mean, it could have been better because it just feels like it was overall good. There's nothing negative to say about it actually.
Spoiler warning, by the way.
Yeah.
What were your favorite parts?
Probably the ending when the Rock comes out. I think it gets interesting. I think it's gonna get interesting now that the Rock is coming back because I mean it's not. I don't know. It's different when he's in there, but because it just becomes like really like unrealistic even more.
Yeah, with the fights.
With their
like supernatural
yeah,
fights.
him and Dom
for
fighting.
humans.
Yeah.
Him and Dom fucking breaking the ground and shit.
Bro, so I saw this interview that The Rock did, and he's basically talking like, I think it was right after he left the franchise of Fast and Furious,
Mhm.
and he's talking about how he's like, oh yeah, I put all of my eggs in a basket for Black Adam.
Yeah.
You know how he was trying to make like
Oh, he was
trying
trying
to take over
to
DC, basically.
launch it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they cut to like like someone saying like, oh yeah, like the movie Black Adam lost like $100 million.
Oh my god.
Basically,
And
so
it ended up
that's
flopping.
why he's coming back to the movie,
Dude, Black Adam was not that great.
and he's
I saw
planning
it.
to do a.
Did you see it?
I haven't seen it.
I wouldn't go watch it.
I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not.
All right.
It's not. I mean, you can't say it's terrible. You know, it takes a lot of creative action and obviously money is put into those things. You know, they spend a lot of time on those.
Yeah.
things.
I think in the overall, I guess, landscape of the DC universe, it's one of the better ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
At Black Adam.
Yeah,
What?
compared to like all the other DC movies that have been out,
I actually think Shazam's the best one.
I'm excited for.
I heard the second one.
I'm excited for Flash.
Did it come out already?
Yeah.
It did?
Shazam 2?
I didn't know it came out.
I'm not sure.
Flash looks good.
The new Flash looks
Yeah.
good. I like how they.
I don't know how they keep that guy though.
Is the Batman with
Yeah, I don't know how they
Robert
keep him.
Patterson, DC still like a part of that film universe?
I'm not sure if they
Like-
booted it or what.
I actually don't know.
Like,
But
because
what,
I think that was really interesting how dark they got and cinematography was so
I know,
good.
actually, I think
Like,
they're gonna keep those.
Even
movies.
down to like materials they use for like costume for.
I like how he
Batman.
actually like knew how to fight. It seemed like he knew how to fight
Yeah,
compared to like
it's-
Christian Bale. Like he obviously
That's a great one.
great
obviously.
movies, but like his fighting style wasn't that great.
I mean, yeah, he was literally just moving his arm. And like,
Very slow.
Freaking
Very,
A lot of
very
them was
slow.
like him intercepting hits,
Yeah.
and then just
it was great though overall that movie because it was a Christian Bale too. I mean, Christopher Nolan.
Dude, but I wanted to know your
Films.
spoiler like review.
For
Like what was the craziest scene in that movie that you were like,
Fast and
"Alright,
Furious?
this is too
Yeah,
much. Yeah.
Shoot. There were so many things. Obviously, where he's with his kid and the kid like jumps on his own into his car when he's with the bad guy
At the end.
on the highway. But it's just that like they kind of did that already, so that one wasn't like wow.
Oh, when he
Yeah.
catches.
It felt like they came back to Earth. You know, like they went to space last movie. This movie
Yeah,
they
like,
come back to Earth.
Let's chill out.
Yeah,
It's because
I think they're building it up though for the
Yeah, I
last
was
two,
gonna
which
say
I
they're
understand. I
saving
get
the
it.
best
It's
for-
because there was just so much to do with this film, like introducing the kid at an older age, the bad guy, like.
Yeah, I was telling Christian that I think that they're gonna bring Brian back.
Bro, my thing is, what's his name in the movie? Toretto. He's got to be like, what, almost 60?
He's so old for sure, bro.
I think he's like in his 50s, 55.
Still, bro, imagine.
I think he was born in 71.
I was telling him how Thad comes out.
Yeah, that is like a really
Dude,
cool
he's
character.
ridiculously huge.
I was telling him how they have a whole squad to fight like the Mexican cartel, and then or not Mexican, Brazilian cartel,
Mm-hmm.
and then Dom just takes them all out by himself.
Oh yeah,
He picks up a fucking car.
I know. Literally, like, wait, wasn't there one where I think one that was ridiculous was how he gets like strapped on from 2 helicopters and still brings on the 2 helis.
Dude, yeah, I forgot
Like,
to tell you.
there's just like
No, so
In this movie?
in this movie they like hook onto Dom's car, and they're like trying to fly away, like take him off the car, like when on the fucking street. I mean, and Dom obviously does some bullshit where he just puts it into like 3rd gear or something and just takes off, and both helicopters like ram into each other.
oh another one.
I thought you were talking about when The Rock in the. Oh, but this is Hobbs versus Shaw.
Hobbs versus Shaw.
When he holds the helicopter like cap.
Yeah.
And then puts it back. I was like, bro.
No, yeah, the one that was ridiculous was in the other one where it starts in the beginning where his brother's there, Jacob, and he crosses from one country to the other
The
by
mountain.
like strapping onto like the end of the bridge and like perfectly swings
That's the hook.
the hook and hooks on like to the car and
Oh,
perfectly swings
you're talking
across.
about the scene where he hits the mountain?
Perfectly swing. Yeah, he perfectly swings across into the next country
Yeah.
and like all calm, like no
That's what I
blood.
was telling him. I was
I almost feel like it's in his contract, like he can't bleed or.
he can't get hit.
Yeah,
He only bled
he-
when The Rock hit him.
It's too funny.
That's the only thing hard on earth.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's really hard because in both their contracts they both have to be alphas, so like they can't really get. Yeah, both of their contracts, I'm sure like they can't get hurt or show too much.
When Christian and I
Downside.
were watching it, and at the end credit scene they show The Rock. Dude, it didn't even look like The Rock. I thought it was gonna be some other random dude.
Dude, he was so skinny.
It was
Like,
so skinny and so tiny.
No way.
And then like he takes off the mask. Clearly, like they were using a body double or something. And then as soon as he took off the mask, it was like The Rock. It was like
Oh.
I mean,
That's
he's
too
not
funny.
like so skinny or like small or anything. Obviously, he's huge.
the stunt double. It didn't look like The Rock huge. It looked like someone maybe like 5'10", like fit, but not like muscular.
So I could have been the stunt double.
But I think it's also like I mean he's wearing a cloak. You're not gonna see someone's full body. Like
And The Rock never does that in those movies. Like he never wears like a mask or anything.
yeah, the whole thing is like he has to like he's gonna show off his muscles.
Yeah, he's the leader of the team.
What would
He's
you
the alpha.
What would you say is the movie where you were like, all right, they've gone too far?
I think that one where he would fight his brother Jacob.
That one was
That one was like
That's the one right before this
crazy
one, right?
because
yeah, the last one.
like Jacob
Oh, they're
just like
breaking a building, dude.
yeah like
basically?
they were going through
Dude,
buildings,
concrete
like,
walls, bro.
concrete walls, like just crazy shit was happening. Like I don't even like that was just insane. Like Cardi B or no, not Cardi B, like
Yeah, it was
just
Cardi B.
random like people were in those movies like too. I don't know, it's cool.
I know Cardi B saving Dom.
Oh, that's true. Dude, I think I was telling David that the 5th one, after the 5th one, it was kind of like whoa, because the 5th one was kind of like
Still racing
okay,
a
they're
little
still
bit.
kind of
Getting to that
racing,
point,
they're
yeah.
still like
Mhm.
doing plausible shit, right?
Yeah,
And then the only thing on the 5th one is like when they pull the safe.
really.
I was like, all right, bro, the physics doesn't make sense.
You know, I wonder if there's like
Yeah,
a
definitely.
subreddit that like talks about how ridiculous these movies
they're
are.
just getting their
Probably.
movie ideas from there.
I know. I think they're getting to that point where they could start doing collectibles, which is like cool. 'Cause there's not a lot of franchises.
Yeah, they give you cards when you go watch.
There's
the
not a
movie.
lot of franchises that can get to
We
that
got
point.
cards.
Honestly, yeah.
Dude, they're gonna be like, all right, these last 3 movies are not the final.
Yeah. Honestly, I can see Fast and the Furious partnering up with something like GTA. I mean, they kind of already done it with GTA, maybe
They should partner up with Transformers.
with Transformers.
Yeah, that would
Dude,
be
Dom
the
fighting
next step.
Transformers.
That would be the next step.
Literally.
No, with GTA would be cool though, because it could live on longer.
Yeah.
And I mean, it'd be cool to see it in a game, in a mission or something like Dom or racing against Dom or something.
Like a
He's
Fortnite
like
skin.
you just like can't defeat
Dom,
him.
Dom actually lost in the race this movie. He
Yeah,
did.
because he got
Yeah.
cheated. He was cheated.
Oh,
He still lost though. He never
you
loses.
got cheated, bro.
I thought they're gonna do something like, oh, he
Well,
solves
he
the
got cheated
issue
in one
and
of
then
the
wins.
movies too, in the Brazil one.
He did.
Yeah, remember the guy takes off before everyone.
Oh,
then
he still won.
And then he gets last.
He still won.
Dude,
yeah.
but with this latest movie, it was crazy how bad the bad guy was. Like he was actually bad. Like, like all the other bad guys were like okay before this, but this one is like kind of like he's like I don't know. It's just like
I told him he was
So
trying to be
weird.
like Deadpool, basically. That's the vibe
Yeah.
I was getting.
yeah. There's like no saving this, like
No one
turning
does
this
it
guy
like
into a
Ryan
good guy.
Reynolds,
Huh?
Yeah,
No one does it like Ryan Reynolds.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Jason Momoa couldn't do it, I don't think. But
but
I mean, it's still enjoyable. I mean, I go there knowing that's gonna be ridiculous, and I'm gonna have a good chuckle.
laugh.
The whole time I was laughing, right, Christian?
Yeah, well, there. What was the situation? Honestly, maybe the funniest situation was when they were coming after the kid in the house, in the LA house, and then John Cena just comes out of nowhere, and like you didn't expect him to be there.
I thought it was gonna be Brian.
I thought it was gonna be Brian too, because the wife was there.
Yeah, the wife was there.
But how are they gonna do Brian? Oh, they have.
Well,
his
because
brother,
like
right?
if she was there, so I was like, oh, okay, Brian's gonna save her because he's in the restroom.
I mean, at this
But it
point-
was Dom's brother.
At this point, it'd have to be CGI, but
Yeah,
They did that though with the movie.
Yeah, they
One,
did do
right?
that. They did.
The
What's his
ending
name?
of one of the movies.
What's his name's brother in real life? The guy who
Paul
plays
Walker?
Brian? Paul Walker's brother. Yeah.
That's a cool name.
yeah, this is pretty good.
I wonder if he changed it. It's
I
like
know,
a
right?
movie star
Oh,
movie.
That's like his actor name.
It's weird. It's weird how that works because famous people usually have cool names, like Vin Diesel.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Yeah, that name is just random.
Like they named him Vin, like a Vin for a car. So then he ends
I
up
was
being
thinking
Dom.
that right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're perfect for this role.
Fucking Street
Dwayne
Racer.
Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, I mean all of these guys, Jason Statham, like they have cool names. Obviously,
Yeah,
like
they are pretty cool.
you haven't heard of someone that's like ultra famous.
What about
That-
Christian Garcia? Is that
I don't know.
What about Jason Bourne?
Jason Bourne.
holy fuck? It's Jason Bourne,
That's my favorite movie franchise.
dude. So overall, you thought it was good then? Do you think it was the best Fast and the Furious?
No, I mean no. Yeah.
10 out of 10 or what?
Sorry, guys, he's eating right now.
Can't think
So
of what.
if you hear him chewing.
Sorry. Yeah.
Was it a 10 out of 10 or what?
I mean, there's been better ones. I don't know which one was a. I mean, my favorite.
I like the last one better than this one. I'm not gonna lie.
The space one?
Yeah.
Well, that was the first kind of nostalgic one, right?
Well, I don't know. I just liked it because, so in this movie they actually didn't do the close-ups, like on Dom's face. You know how like
Yeah,
really like what? Yeah,
like,
when
I know
Dom's
exactly
about to
what
race
you're
or something, they do like a close-up to him.
when he's like this.
Yeah.
No, they did it.
No, they didn't do it that much. Like in the last movie, I feel like
That's
every
constant, yeah.
every 10 minutes they did a close-up.
I'm trying to think.
What do they call it? Like a little still of like his face, and then they would do like fucking what's the name? John Cena's face. It's just too funny how they panning
The
back
one-
and forth.
No, the one where they were like that, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, you know what was ridiculous though in this movie? How the bomb was rolling and Dom was just like stopping it with his car.
So that's another thing about this movie that was stupid. Like any other car, it would literally split the car in half or like wipe it onto the floor. And then Dom touches it. Oh shit! The bomb gets pushed.
Yeah, it gets put, or it can, the car can handle that.
Yeah.
Dude, they have supercars, bro.
I mean, yeah, they have supercars, but I mean, I can't think of a lot of scenes where it was like crazy because they were just like kind of building it up for the rest of the films, for the rest of the trilogy, in that last film, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of didn't like the way they ended it. Like in Avengers, like it ends like with the fucking.
The cliffhanger,
Snap,
basically.
yeah, that was actually.
That was a
crazy ending.
fucked up ending.
It's because they know that they have to keep people on their toes for the last two.
And then in this one, they tried to do the same thing. It was Dom there at the
No way.
What's it
Something
called?
like that.
kind of so like you know how, what is it called? Where they have the thing that holds the water.
Oh, like a dam.
So he was at the dam. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. My vocabulary's not that great. So he was there at the dam, and then Jason Momoa, I don't even know what his character's called in the movie, but he decides to explode it, and then that's how it ends.
No way.
Yeah, like you
With
don't-
that scene.
Yeah, that scene. Like obviously, you know the water's gonna explode, right?
Yeah.
And Dom's at the bottom with his son, so you don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, that's how it ends.
I don't know.
I can't like what other
I don't know how he's gonna get out of that.
what other crazy scenes were there besides like the ones that we mentioned? Like
Dude, they're bringing everyone back, so he'll make it out somehow.
How much you wanna bet that like he throws his son super high, so that when the water comes, like the sun just like lands like where it's like calm.
Oh my god, I just pictured that. The water has already passed and everything
Yeah.
settled, and he just lands.
Lands in the calm water.
He just sees his dad like floating away. Bro, I don't know.
whoa,
man.
you know what was really funny? How they had Skeet. I think Skeet was
Oh,
a
fucking
rat.
Skeet came out, dude.
Pete Davidson?
Yeah,
No
he
way,
came out.
bro.
Yes,
That was
Dude.
such a funny thing to include.
How do they have so many characters?
dude. They keep on introducing a bunch of random people.
Yeah.
Brie Larson was in it too.
Fucking Skeet.
Dude, they're actually trying to do some Marvel shit. Like some Avengers versus
Oh shoot! Can you-
Thanos army.
Let's show Christian that clip of Dom
Which-
talking about
Oh.
like there's too many characters,
Let
man.
me send it to you real quick.
I'm trying to think. I'm looking up what
Dude, they're gonna add freaking Michael Hearn or what next?
maybe.
Dude, Christian, we want to show you some
Dude,
Michael
you gotta
Hearn
watch this, bro.
clips.
Hold up.
Watch this.
I'm just trying to. I can't even find.
Christian,
what
look
the-
at this. Look at this.
You have to see this Michael Hearn clip.
Wait, how do I restart it?
Honestly, I think the funniest part is that they included
Dude, look at this guy.
Oh my god,
Bro.
dude, Michael Hearn actually posted this.
How do you
Bro, that guy actually died.
He got lost in the meme sauce, bro. For people that are just listening, basically, it's a TikTok of this guy named Michael Hearn. And if you guys have ever seen the meme of Baby Don't Hurt Me, they do like how do you even explain that meme, bro?
It just shows this really buff Fabio guy.
Yeah, just Fabio looking guy. But the one we just watched, there's a guy like pointing at a train, and then he gets hit by it, and then he's pretending to like come out of the water in heaven.
All right, Christian, I'll show you this one.
This one I thought you guys would love a lot. wait. Watch this.
Dude, what the hell is
He
that,
did
bro?
the face, bro.
I wonder.
that-
I wonder
is
how
that
tall
the-
he is, bro. He's huge.
Dude,
like.
he's probably like 6'4", bro.
Probably.
Back to the Fast and the
He's
Furious.
gonna be in Fast and Furious next.
Really?
bro.
Actually?
Imagine he is,
Fucking-
That'd be-
and he gets
that'd-
beat up.
Honestly,
Imagine
I would-
he just does Baby Don't Hurt in the movie ends.
I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out like in Grown Ups type of thing, where like he's like, "Hey, what's up, ladies?"
Oh my god, dude. No, I've heard him talk. He doesn't talk that way, but that would be hilarious.
That would be so
Have you
hilarious.
seen that?
Mhm.
You seen Grown Ups?
Yeah, he loves Grown Ups.
Dude, I'm from Saskatchewan. That's what he says, right?
yeah. I wish they did another one of Grown Ups, a third one, but
Dude,
now they're too old.
would you ever get like a Charger like Dom? I know
No.
you mentioned that you would get like a '67 Mustang.
No, yeah. I mean, for a vintage car, it would have to be like the 1967 GT500 fastback.
I don't understand how people find those and then like still find parts for that.
I mean,
There's,
there's custom parts.
Now there's custom parts, and yeah, there's actual like manufacturing places like shops that focus on these type of vintage cars. They're just
Do
obviously
you
like,
plan on buying one or
Dude,
what?
but that must
they're,
be
they're just they're just
as hell.
expensive, and they're always backed up on work. I mean, it's just expensive if you want to push it
It's
out.
an expensive
fast
hobby,
and soon.
definitely.
They would look nice though.
Would you
yeah,
buy
I'm-
one?
I'm definitely gonna get one.
When?
Probably not soon because I'm trying to save and stuff and invest as early as possible, but definitely like have one. By the time I
They're
have
only
one.
gonna get
like
more
that.
expensive.
I
What
saw
do they
one
get?
like that, but
Maybe.
they did they made it electric.
Yeah, I saw that
They
too.
did?
It looks so good.
They're making custom
It was a Mustang. I think.
custom custom GT500,
Yeah.
and they're making it
I feel like a
electric
GT500, you had to get it.
with the new UI with obviously the new AC and all that
Yeah,
the
that's
interior.
probably stupid money.
with the
Mm,
screen
for
and all
sure.
that. I think
Stupid
I mean yeah,
money.
they're definitely like closest.
You're basically rebuilding a whole new
200,000?
car.
I've also seen people like on other types of cars. They take like the Tesla batteries and everything and put it into those cars.
I have seen that too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's kind of local.
I've seen
bro.
that, or like they basically take out the whole body of the Tesla, like you know how it's like a Tesla pad,
Yeah.
and it has like the motor already built in, and they just basically put like a whole new cast around it.
Oh.
Honestly, you
Yeah.
can do that.
You could
Like,
do that.
It's
Yeah,
so doable.
Yeah, because
But-
it's just it's basically the frame.
yeah,
right?
because it's a frame built in with the battery
Mhm.
at Tesla.
You just have to have the money, of course.
Yeah, definitely you're gonna spend probably $500,000 on something stupid like that.
Nah, probably not that expensive.
I mean, well, how are you gonna get the
Well,
battery
if
to
you-
work?
if you need
you need to hack the system first of all.
Yeah.
So you need
'Cause it's
you're
for
paying a
them.
bunch of people to get it done. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool though, because imagine seeing like a kind of like a Tesla, but with a different body.
I wonder if it will be possible to make your own battery pack at some point. You know,
It's
because like,
customizable. That'd be cool.
wait, it's probably gonna happen because
Elon
right now
hires-
people fucking make their own motors, right? Or
Mm.
like they put shit together. to make a motor work.
Yeah, like
So-
Dom. He was always working on a motor.
Yeah, Dom literally in the fucking
He's
movie.
making the next best thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, it's so funny. So John Cena gets there, and then they're like saving Dom's son, and then he's like, "All right, let's go." So they leave in the back, and it's like a badass TRX Dodge truck,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, "No way, let's go." He's like, "Oh, that's not my truck." And then like they turn around, it's like a fucking tiny ass Mustang.
Can you look up? No, it's not a tiny. It's not a bad.
It's tiny for John Cena.
Oh yeah, it's the 5.0.
Like when he was in the.
It's like a 5.0 in
was
the
he in that
90s or
movie?
80s or something.
No, but in that other movie, he wasn't in a tiny car too, no?
Which I don't know, but I know he drives like a Subaru or something on the daily.
On the daily, he drives like a Corolla.
I
Or
think it
Corolla
was
or
a
something.
Subaru.
Look, it was like this. Literally the same thing as this.
The 5.0. It's so badass.
So like it was like a
How does he
TRX.
fit in that?
It was like a pimped out TRX, and then they turn around and he's like, "No, this is what we're driving."
Bro, how does he
You know,
fit in
Vanilla Ice and
Marky
Adam
Mark?
Sandler and That's My Boy drive the 5.0. They're
This
like-
one?
Yeah, can you look that up too? Look up 5.0.
that? Dude.
That's My Boy. It's such a cool car, like funny, like throwback.
I feel like in the movie, when he's driving, in the past movie, when he's driving that tiny ass car, they did some Iron Man shit. Where
Where?
they're only like recording his face. You know what I
Really?
mean?
Oh, you're right. It's the same one.
The 5.0. It's older though, I think.
That's probably why TJ likes it.
Dude, Vanilla Ice looks so. just looks weird, bro.
He's Vanilla Ice. He's iconic.
Dude, you know what's iconic? Adam Sandler. No one makes movies like him. They're
They
just
should-
funny.
They should make more, bro.
I don't think he can. I don't know. I think he's probably being careful now with
Cancel culture.
Yeah, probably.
Dude,
With
I
how-
feel like cancel culture is starting to go away. Like, I don't know if you saw
I mean, yeah, his films are great. It's. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
his jokes are, yeah, some people wouldn't
I know.
like
I know his jokes are a little
You
out
can
there.
tell a lot with.
They're funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Like Zohan, like if Zohan came out today, of course he'd probably get canceled.
Yeah, he'd probably get canceled. Like it's
Maybe
a cool.
not.
It could be
Yeah, I mean they're making fun of Middle Easterns.
like maybe it's
Yeah,
funny.
but, like-
it definitely is funny, but like obviously like it's a little like too much. Obviously, like without
I love it.
that being said.
It makes me laugh the whole movie.
it's a hilarious movie. I don't
Mhm.
know. You could tell a lot though, about that with stand up, like
But yeah, he's
Stand
a
up has changed or what?
he's a comedian
yeah,
at the
because they used to be a lot more afraid of like saying things, because obviously they're trying to adapt, but now it's like they say whatever.
So did
Really?
you see that people are boycotting Target?
Why?
I saw something
Because,
that they destroyed the Target recently somewhere.
No, I didn't see a destroy. I've seen a destroyed Target, but that was due to like Black Lives Matter riots apparently. But
Recently?
it was not like 2020 type of thing.
No. I saw one recently, and it was the caption said that it was conservative extremes, or something like that. I don't know.
I haven't seen that, but
I
what
thought
I
that's
what I
you were
did see
talking
was that they're boycotting because like they were making like a bunch of outfits for I guess LGBT.
about. Oh, okay.
And yeah,
I think it might be
people
the same
people were just
thing.
pissed because like it was like targeting little kids, like outfits for little kids, babies, things like that.
I don't know. It might have been the same thing, because the one that I said, it said also that they destroyed it because they supported Pride or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Yeah,
might-
I
would love to
it
see
might be
that,
the same
actually.
one.
I don't keep up with
I'll
any
show
of
you
that.
a picture.
I don't keep up with that stuff.
Yeah, you told me your Twitter's like way different than mine. How's your
Yeah, 'cause
Twitter?
my Twitter is different. It's mainly like around like
Crypto, right?
kind of like crypto because that's what I do on a daily basis. But now it's a lot of art, like and a lot of like just old stuff like
So let me tell you how my Twitter is. My Twitter is like a bunch of news,
and music and film and all that.
Tesla, stocks, crypto. Yeah, just basically news, stocks, crypto.
Yeah, so on my
I have a bunch
notifications,
of that.
yeah, so like on my notifications, it's all my crypto stuff. But then my feed is obviously like a mix of AI or like development stuff or tools that are coming out with AI or art, museums.
Do you like crypto? I mean, Twitter.
Film? Honestly, yeah, it's the only social media I have right now.
That's the only social media I like
and
to use.
and TikTok. I like TikTok too.
Dude, I don't even want to see my.
but I don't use TikTok
Dude,
a lot anymore.
Dude, you want to know Freddie's feed?
Mine's hella memes.
It's like thoughts.
Really?
I think
No,
so. It's like
it's
there's tweets, you know.
No, it's because what? So you follow.
You probably get those. You probably get those Reddit threads of like
No, it's like on Instagram
TikTok.
too. I
Oh,
follow
TikTok, dude, I do get those on.
no, I follow hella like meme pages, but all these meme pages always have like a sister
That's
like,
doing OnlyFans or something.
yeah, like a sister account that does like all this like thoughts and
Right.
so the so it'll suggest, so it's like I don't follow it, but it always suggests like, oh, you might like this too, but I'm like I'm just trying to see the memes, bro.
Right.
I'm just trying to see the memes, but
I've heard that before.
No, dude, fucking TikTok. I would get those Reddit things too,
Mhm.
and it's just like Minecraft, like them jumping.
Or Subway Surfers.
Yeah, Subway Surfer, bro.
Or they have this other one where he's like, it's like a parkour thing. It's usually Minecraft parkour, yeah.
Dude, so what's going on in the crypto space? Like, what's the new thing going? I know, like, maybe like not even a couple
Wait,
weeks
can you
ago.
break it down for me first of all?
Well,
I want to understand how it works.
well, let me just ask this, and then we'll go into the
No, you're
breakdown.
good.
I know like the meme coins were popping off. Are they still popping off, or what's the new thing
Yeah,
right now?
the meme coin thing has slowed down because obviously like it's just these meme coin cycles. I mean,
This one's
it
longer
ha-
than usual, right?
yeah, this one's longer than usual because now everyone's just so aware about it, and now there's literally like influencers for meme coins, and now there's like there's different influencers for them that are anonymous for the most part. And you know, they have their Telegram group chats with thousands of people in them, and I'm not even talking. There's like a handful, like 5. There's over 100 of these guys, you know.
What's the new thing going right now then?
And
If
you
it's
know,
not
they
meme
all just
coins.
kind of like, they all kind of just chill or like market the same coin. I feel like it's really targeted. Like they're probably all in a group chat, or like a good amount are in a chat, and they all just like say like, guys, this is what we have to be marketing on Twitter, or sharing in our groups,
Oh, they
so that
pump
our subscribers / like, you know, group members can all like pump the hell out of this token. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty like already well known for equities, or at least in crypto.
Yeah, it's a pump and dump.
It's a pump and dump because a lot like these meme coins, they really are made like within. So most of them right now are made within like the hour, and they pump. I don't know, like, you know, you can 10x your money off of them, and then I don't know, they won't even exist, or they'll just be like 100% down, rug pulled essentially the next day. You know, like most of them won't even survive 24 hours. But there's definitely like a high quality influencers that, you know, they post the higher quality tokens, and so like those are the ones that you want to be around more or follow more because
I feel like the only
those
person,
are safer, you know, essentially. But I mean, yeah, it's hard to find those people. Obviously,
I
like
feel like the only-
I have my
I feel like
my
the only
people that
person
are
that I trust on Twitter is Alex Becker. Like, I feel like he just says it how it is.
Alex Becker is really like, yeah, there's a lot to learn from him. He's so I don't know, like experienced in what he does and smart. But I know he doesn't like to talk about like projects anymore that are extremely small cap, because he could easily just pump, because I think he has over close to 1 million followers.
I mean, I follow him.
And he,
That's because
yeah,
I'm not super into it.
And he has a lot of influence in like,
Yeah.
you know, even tech startups / like self-development, for being like I guess a business, or just like a business owner in general / growing your life. I don't know.
How do you find one that you trust? Because it seems like
You kinda
it would
just-
be too enticing to just
Yeah, you gotta know what
with
you.
any coin, you know.
Yeah, you gotta know what you're looking for. Honestly, like, it's not an easy thing, but it can be once you set it up.
Wait,
Because
you didn't answer my question though. What's the new thing if it's not meme coins?
yeah, the new thing is meme coins currently. It's just a mix
Still
of
going.
things. You have to like, it's such a fast-paced space. So you got to be like really well, kind of diversified and like ready to pivot once like a new narrative comes up too. If you wanna-
NFTs are gone.
if you want to catch those small things, or those random trends that pop up. NFTs are not gone. It's just that with the whole bear market thing, and, you know, a lot of companies going out of business because of just, you know, the economic
Rates.
situation and all that, everything that stems from that. Like, a lot of them are like just having trouble, you know, like just staying up. But I mean, a lot of these random NFT projects, I mean, like, they're probably around, but obviously like a good amount, probably like 80%, over 80% are just like not around anymore. There's still a good amount around, and obviously they're not like I don't know,
Viable.
like, I don't know how to say it. like essentially they're building what they're building, whether it's like they're building a game, or they're wanting to build film, or they're wanting to host events. Like there's just so many different things now. Or they're wanting to invest in startups with their NFT, like by bringing people that or they're just trying to invest in startups with being the purpose of the NFT collection. There's just so many different things now, but I think NFTs are not dead. I think there just needs to see more promising development in that space, which is I think we're gonna see a lot of things stem from gaming as it kind of like as more things are being developed and fleshed out. A good example is, I see a few games, or a big example is like a project I personally invest in. It's called Gala Games, and they partner up with like Epic Games and Steam and all these other big notable gaming platforms / studios in the Web2 space. And I think just those type of partnerships are like really pivotal to like kind of show that like, I don't know, this tech is important in terms of like the NFT aspect and all the other things that are stemming from it. And I don't know, I think they're not dead. I think it'll just take time for people to see the true value behind owning your in-game assets, because I mean all three of us here have played games and spend like countless of dollars on skins, and like there's value in playing a game and having assets in it, with like the gaming space growing.
I will say like
a crazy amount over time. I think like us being able to sell our assets is very important now.
Like I will say, like playing Fortnite, Freddie and I played since it came out, and we have a lot of skins that people like want, but they can't get because it's already from a long time ago. So that would be really cool if we could sell that.
I think it's really essential, and it's not. I don't see it as a downside for the gaming studio developing this, because the gaming studio can just like, let's say for Fortnite, they turn all. I don't really know how expensive it would be in terms of the cost to like transition all those assets into NFTs, but they could essentially make revenue by taking a fee for every sale, which is pretty scalable from I guess like a tech kind of startup aspect.
Be like 0.5% or something. 1%.
Yeah, like that could really like scale like just build a whole nother revenue stream for their business. Especially as like a lot of games nowadays are just feel iconic, but they just can't stay up anymore because they're just not producing revenue and they die down. But I think like, I don't know, for those like gamers that want to be in a game long term, I mean that could definitely like keep things around longer if you can trade your NFTs. And I don't know.
So I just want to say one more thing before we go back into Freddie's question. Like what you're saying is really cool. I think like for Call of Duty, for example, I think where they fucked up is like
now we're seeing Call of Duty's like being shut down because no one plays them enough, or there's really no point of.
That's what I was about to get into, is that like if they didn't like just try to push out a new game every year, instead like just continuously improve, like for example, if they just continuously improve Modern Warfare 2 or something, and just brought in new maps, or like shut down old maps, brought in the new ones, and then brought the old ones back in, but like just HD version or something. I think they would save on development costs, right? Because they're making a whole new game every year.
It's because the whole thing now is there's like the deal with for Call of Duty, for example, is the different like in gaming studios like Infinity Ward and I think it's Activision. Sledgehammer. Yeah. They kind of go back and forth with who has the Call of Duty, but I don't know. It seems like now it's kind of like a mix, because now we're seeing
they're starting to mix,
yeah. So like now
I think Activision's out because now they don't have zombies anymore.
Yeah, that was big. Like
that was my favorite. That was the reason why I played COD.
I think it died down. I mean, I was always a big fan of the old, I guess, the plan they had, right? Like the DLC, like the game comes out, DLC a few months later.
And you don't have to spend any more money.
Because it was kind of still fresh, right?
Yeah.
And then like I guess the reason that they probably did that is because they were trying to keep up with games like Fortnite and stuff like that, where Fortnite was just pumping out,
making billions of dollars.
It was. I mean, remember when it came out? It was just going crazy. They were. I think they were probably the first ones to have big tournaments like that, where people were winning like stupid money, right?
I think they've done some for COD, but never like on that scale.
Well, like, dude, this was massive, right? When it first came out. I mean, kids like 16 years old were getting like millions, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, and then I guess they were just trying to keep up with that, but also like, I think now they have a track record of not listening to their fan base, right? So like people are like, nah, bro. Like,
I know. I think it's a big problem.
Shit. Like you guys were doing good, like, and then they like try to switch it up and they fuck it up.
Yeah,
and I think they should just listen to, which is kind of scary if they introduce what you're saying though, because like if they don't listen to the fan base, then like where's the security and like being able to do that.
I think there's a lot of power in it, like with NFTs, because with the NFTs, I mean, I don't know, maybe like I feel like gaming studios could like consider gamers' opinions more. I don't know, to an extent. I probably not give them like the option to decide whether like I don't know how gaming studios would do it, but what I'm seeing in Gala Games is like, there's options to decide whether they want like a certain map to come out. Like we could all vote on that, whether we want like a certain type of skin to come out, or what type of map we want to see like be built. Like all of that's like so cool, and I really wish I really wish we saw that with like the most recent Call of Duty. Like I thought they were gonna bring back OG maps from Modern Warfare 2, and it's just like, yeah, like you were saying,
I think
like
they brought some, but it wasn't like.
But, like,
so I agree with that to a certain extent.
Yeah, what I'm telling you is like the Web 2 gaming studios don't really listen to what the community wants, and I feel like that's really important because once everyone's happy on the user side, the gamer side, like I'm sure they can get more users and obviously like build their revenue more.
For sure.
But
I agree to that to a certain extent, but I think there's like also a point where the customer also doesn't know what they want.
yeah,
Like,
I get that too.
yeah, like
'cause people
Steve
used
Jobs
to
always
complain
says.
about the DLC stuff too.
Steve Jobs says like, oh, they always told him like, oh, they don't want an iPod.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they don't even know if they want it. I'm gonna tell them that they want it.
I get that, but that's why like you see that the gamers own the assets, and you're like, okay, they clearly take playing this game seriously because they own assets. They should be allowed to vote at the bare minimum or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Because they actually have skin in the game at that point.
Well,
I
you're
don't
talking about you guys have more input because you guys all have like Discord servers and stuff.
No, we have more input because we own like NFTs, or you're running a node to keep that game, to keep the servers up for that game. So like you have more skin in the game, but like I think at the bare minimum, like
so do you vote on games right now?
That's for games that are being fledged out or like being put out. Yeah, you could vote on just random things that
But
they
do you
have.
vote right now?
I haven't voted on anything recently, but I know like
You know, that'd be so interesting if like you can choose like they're
that's
like
happening currently.
they have a few ideas, for example, for a game,
Mm-hmm.
and like you and whoever else owns nodes can vote on. Okay, well, we only have a certain budget. I want our money to be in this one, and you guys all vote on a game.
Yeah.
To put like your development budget towards that.
Yeah,
and
so
then,
that's what's happening currently with they have a game called Spider Tanks. I mean, they have like over 50 games, but Spider Tanks, that's what's happening right now. Since they already had their node sale for that individual game. What I mean by nodes is like all of these games in the Web 2 space at Call of Duty, they all run on servers. So like the nodes are essentially just like a decentralized server that people are running across the world. But that's already kind of like in the works, which I think is going to be really big for gamers as like
so
just as the future, because we get a more say in what we could play, and like that'll keep users around longer and more interested. Like it'll make it to where a good game won't die down faster than it has to.
Yeah.
Do nodes cost you any money?
Yeah, nodes do cost a good amount. I think for Spider Tanks they cost, I think they're like 2,000.
But to buy, right?
Yeah, to
but
buy.
Is there like a
run it.
maintenance fee?
The maintenance fee is either you run it on your own computer, or you could pay a virtual private server, get a VPS.
What do you do?
And run it there. It's basically just running it from a host, running your node from a hosting service, so like it could be up 100% of the time.
Is that what you do?
I do it for, since I have Gala founder nodes, which represents the entire ecosystem for their gaming and film and music projects and their entire blockchain. I run those right now, and I mean, that's just the overall ecosystem. But when it comes to the games, that just represents the individual games, because like every game has different workloads in terms of like how many people are playing it and stuff. So like it gets into like I mean that's a whole nother thing, but I mean, yeah.
Do you have questions, Fred?
I just don't understand. Like, I guess I never really understood with crypto how that transfers into like
Money.
real world like.
Yeah. So
application.
the way
I know there's like places where you can pay in crypto and
Mhm.
stuff already, but
yeah.
what about
Yeah, so with games, a lot of games are integrating there's so many different. There's several studios now. Like it's not even only Gala Games. Like there's Immutable X. There's Polygon. They partnered up with Immutable X though. There's a new one that came out called Miria. They haven't any game. They haven't had any games come out yet. But I think the main one is Gala Games currently right now because they just partnered up with so many like OG gaming developers, like people that literally built Call of Duty, Gears of War, Skyrim, like all this stuff that we used to play. Like they're working on Web3 stuff now, GTA. But what I'm seeing now from these studios is they're integrating like the use of credit cards, of debit cards, even your own bank account. They're integrating, of course, just different ways to pay. Like if you're accustomed to how comfortable you feel with different payment processing systems. So like there's also the crypto aspect where you could buy the token on like an exchange, like a centralized exchange like Coinbase, and send it to your wallet and just buy NFTs like that. But I mean, yeah, essentially the way you turn it into real cash is, you just sell your NFT. For the NFT aspect, you sell your NFT and you get like, whether I don't know, you kind of, it works down to it's different for every specific transaction, but you could get like the Gala token, for example, or the Ethereum token or USDC, and you can easily just turn those tokens over to fiat by taking it to a Coinbase exchange or like an exchange like Coinbase and selling those tokens for fiat. And I mean, yeah, there's a few steps in terms of that aspect, but I think with the credit, or like the stuff we're seeing with credit cards and all this other banking like connections to your wallet is like a big step, because like now you're not having to take those extra steps to like go to the centralized exchange. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I think right now it's just like it's just kind of in those early stages, but I think as it develops more, it'll be a lot easier essentially to kind of deal with the hassles that we're dealing with now, because like I mean like what I'm saying, like once all that stuff is fully fleshed out and it's kind of like a one-step process only, like I mean, yeah, that's where you'll get mass adoption, and like you won't have to deal with the hassles of like having to go through several steps. But what I'm seeing right now is I think the main thing is gaming studios are focusing on mobile gaming, because that's where like all like the mass majority of gamers are at right now, because like it's easy to just download. Everyone has a smartphone and everyone can download a game that's free.
I like mobile gaming a lot.
I like mobile gaming too, and it's growing faster than.
It's addicting, bro.
It is addicting, and it's growing faster than console and PC.
I think it's also much easier to spend on your phone than it is.
It
like
is,
on
because
console.
especially if it's connected to like Apple Pay,
You just look at it.
you literally just look at it and it pays.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I think it's insane that not that it's insane. I think it's really great that they're focusing on that, because that's like the biggest barrier to entry, and the best thing to hurdle over first, because you get mobile gaming's like to mass adopt a Web3 game, and I guess it's just it just gets easier from there. But we've already kind of seen this though with a game called Axie Infinity. It's just that they kind of had weird tokenomics with how they earned, because it was kind of just like
That's the one Seaton was in, right?
No, I think his was Illuvium.
Oh, Illuvium.
Illuvium just came out, or they're kind of all in beta mode still. But yeah, I'm excited for like stuff like Illuvium
Just came
too.
out? Dude, I remember
It's because it's a gaming studio, so they're not just focusing on one game. They're focusing on like 5 games.
Is Illuvium doing well? Like
now.
their coin?
Their price token, no, their price action is not the best right now because of the bear market. But I mean, there's a lot of different things, like whether.
What are your favorite projects? Is
whether
Illuvium still one of your favorites?
Whether you can I mean. So yeah, wait, really quick. It's just that for Illuvium, I think a big thing is their tokenomics. I think I don't know. There's just. I think.
How does that versus Gala? Like when you say tokenomics, I guess I don't understand what you mean.
Yeah, their tokenomics. I don't know. I don't really want to get into it because it's like well, not that I don't want to get into it. It's a lot to go over, and
it's complicated.
I don't want to like say anything bad about the project because it's a high quality project. But I mean, I think it's. I'm just gonna say like a big thing is the bear market. Like the bear market has brought in projects down 90% the token price.
Plus, and the tokens are like buying shares of the company.
The tokens are not actually owning shares in the company, but you own a piece, / contribute to like the network / like longevity of the project, and that's like another form of owning. I know like in traditional business like aspects, like obviously like having everything on paper and documented under your name is like the way to do it, and like just it's just a more official. Now it's obviously like the clear way you want to handle business, but I don't know. There's just so many new things to adapt to in this crypto space. So like, I've gotten. I mean, you just have to be accustomed to like just seeing it that way, and understanding like, you're not gonna have your name on like on a piece of paper, but like you're still owning a piece of the project in that sense that like you're contributing to the network and all these other things that fall from that.
And like, are these like how Bitcoin's finite? Are these projects also finite with their tokens or no?
Finite, yeah. So it varies.
The volume or
but what I'm seeing now is that a lot of projects are going towards having finite token supplies because of obviously they want to have a good token price and increase the value of their tokens over time.
Finite, that means that there's only a certain amount, like.
Yeah, so like Ethereum used to have it. Ethereum used to have it where it was an infinite amount of tokens, but now they're doing the opposite. And I mean, they're actively burning tokens too. But
that's interesting. So it's like forced price action.
Basically, right? Like I mean, yeah, it's just clear. Like, not that it's 100%. Not that they're all gonna go up over time, because probably like 90% of projects or 80% are just not gonna be around. Just how the startup world goes, or like especially like in the early stages of like a new trend or a new technology is how it goes. But I think
wasn't there like I think Illuvium was one of those games where you can farm tokens, right?
Yeah, you can farm tokens, and
so how does that work if it's finite?
There's a lot that stems down from that because Illuvium is actually the first one that's really diving into tokenomics. Illuvium and Galliums, because you can earn when you play, and it's sort of like its own their own virtual economies. But I know with Illuvium it gets really interesting because it's not necessarily focused on earning the token, because there's the aspect of earning NFTs that are valuable and they're not going to be around. They're not going to be released again. So like it's like Pokemon, like owning the earliest Pokemon cards is like extremely valuable.
Like that.
Yeah.
And is there risk of like players finding a glitch in the game and doing infinite money?
Yeah, exploits. I mean, I'm sure they're looking all over that, but when it comes to actually earning, I know, right?
Are they cashing out that night?
So I haven't looked into because there's once all the games are fleshed out, there's an aspect where you can earn ETH. I don't know how that's gonna work. I think I haven't looked into that honestly. But in terms of like the only way I see them earning ETH is by like having duels where people are betting, and just stuff like that. That's the only way I see like that being scalable and stuff like that. Yeah, like. And
what Cristian's saying though is true, because like there is an argument that if you can sell like your, I guess, armor or whatever you want to call it, like your skins, and having longevity, like there is some truth to that. Like if you look at CS:GO,
yeah,
that one's like from early 2000s, and it's still going, and they gamble with it. The knife.
That one had crazy like I remember there was a huge problem with people scamming on that one.
I never heard about the scamming.
So yeah, the thing about CS:GO is like it's kind of like yeah, it's kind of like you have to like cut corner. Like it's risky. It's not like you can't have 100% peace of mind as compared to like the integration of blockchain technology and smart contracts. So that's why I'm really for it. It's just like, yeah, the barrier to entry is just like not the easiest thing right now. But yeah, like I'm saying, like I think one big thing is like gaming studios are in Web3 are starting to integrate credit cards and debit cards / banking, your bank account, which is like a really good pivot to like bringing in a lot of these new just gamers, because like a big problem is right now is that like a lot of the people in this space or in the gaming space for crypto is they're investors, they're not gamers. But I think once like we have those barriers to entry like completely like taken care of, and they start marketing towards gamers, I think it'll easily get fleshed out, because they're coming out with a lot of interesting games that I personally haven't seen in the Web2 space, because I mean, they're just really like they're really good about being different and.
Fred, I want you to see some of these games.
And,
So like
I don't know.
this one I like a lot. Poker.
Play?
I don't know if you remember Zynga Poker.
Oh yeah.
It's like that, literally the same thing.
Oh, yeah, so the owner of the founder of Gala Games was the founder of Zynga. He sold Zynga.
Oh dude,
So I mean he's obviously
So look,
all
it's
in on
literally the
this
same
now.
thing as Zynga.
I love that game.
And then
Whatever happened to those games, bro?
They sold it to.
I think they're still on Facebook, no?
I'm sure they're around,
Dude,
but
Facebook had fire games.
So this is the one you're talking about. Fred, do you remember Cristian telling us to get this?
Superior is a cool game. It's a cool game.
It actually does have cool graphics. I was
It's
looking
cool.
at it.
It's cool,
the other
unique
day.
graphics. Punk graphics, really cool.
Dude, that cyberpunky stuff is like
I love it, dude.
kind of popping off now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like those are some of the
Christian's like, this is my favorite
iOS.
project.
Yeah.
Yeah, match.
No, so
That's all they play.
so one big thing is Miranda's.
Which
They don't
one?
have all the games here, but
Oh, this
Miranda's is gonna be really big because if you've seen stuff like Skyrim, where it's open world and there's just or Red Dead Redemption, it's open world and like it's kind of like you're discovering things, you're looting places, you're kind of building your character over time, building your reputation and all that, like having a homestead, like a home where you can like
Oh, Battlestar
do that,
Galactica.
all that.
Interesting.
Miranda's is doing that. We're just integrating blockchain technology. I think that's a really interesting game.
I was gonna say so all these are still
Jesus,
in
my internet's
development, right?
fucking slow.
These are for the most part in development. Some of them are out. I think like 2 are out. They just bought a mobile gaming studio right now too, or recently. So those are already out. They're just integrating blockchain
I
technology.
guess my question is like, how far ahead and like do you see these being like this coming
The norm.
to yeah.
Look at this one.
I don't know.
Walking Dead.
I'd see that's an official Walking Dead partnership, of course. I think, man, I'd give this like 5 years.
It's already been what?
So, Christian-
when did
Axie Infinity was like 2 years ago, 3.
No, I'm saying there was a whole crypto thing going on. Well, that was like 2-3 years ago. Or
That was like a year ago.
Christian,
Yeah,
based
coming
off
on
of what you're
2.
telling me, dude, it sounds like buying a node would be better than owning the token. Just from what you told me today.
there's just levels to how you want to have a portfolio.
Yeah.
But that's why I own a node.
Wait, how
You know,
does this get you money as opposed to a token?
Oh, I mean, these are really low key, but honestly, owning a Gala node is.
How much is this right here?
That's 100,000 right there. Yeah.
What?
What?
Mhm.
$100,000 just to buy this?
To buy one.
And you own this?
I own a few. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why is it so much? I think you said you bought them for 2,000.
It's because so there's only a finite amount,
You got it in the beginning.
and essentially you just buy them early on, but as more were sold, the price of them went up.
Dude,
But obviously they're not producing like the value of that. So like a big thing right now is that who would buy that amount because everyone's earning the same amount of Gala tokens, and as more people are as more people are coming online and operating their node,
The
obviously
less comes out.
the less tokens you have because I think like X amount comes into circulation every day for the node, the remaining nodes or running nodes, and 50% goes to node owners, and the other 50% goes to Gala Games. And
is there a finite nodes that they can sell?
yeah, there's only like 50,000, I believe.
Shoot. So
And
then they're still allowing people
I
to
think we're
buy.
at like 40 though.
Okay. Wow.
I think 40 sold.
And how many are founder nodes?
Online right now?
No founder.
That's what I'm saying. There's 50,
Oh.
50 total. I think only 40 or
Oh, so
30
this is
have been
considered a
sold.
founder node right here?
This is a founder node. This is what represents the entire ecosystem.
So so then what's the difference between a founder and a regular node?
When you get into regular nodes,
You don't
it's
make
for
money.
individual games. So like
okay.
Spider
This
Tanks.
is for the whole
Studio.
ecosystem.
So yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say a regular node. I think there's nodes for individual games. Like Spider Tanks will have their own node. I think there's levels to how much you can actually earn in terms of like dollar amount because like for something like Miranda's, which is like an open world game like Skyrim / Red Dead Redemption like Elder Scrolls like where there's like gonna be thousands of or like it's an actual economy. I think like that will probably be more worth it in terms of earning potential because like there's just gonna be more people playing it every day. There's gonna be like character building, economy building, like just a lot of different trading going on. I think.
So the only reason why I brought up the node was because my worry about earning tokens in game is that I feel like they will find an exploit. Someone will.
No.
Eventually that's gonna.
I would say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. But
Eventually, there
the
will
way
be a hacker.
blockchain technology works,
Yeah.
or the way they're doing it is like, you know, you need to have like an NFT in order to earn. So they only release like a certain amount of NFTs for like it varies to every gaming situation. This sounds like super broad, honestly, but you know, like let's just say like um let me
So
think,
does
like
that mean
for
3.1
Spider,
million?
huh?
Does that mean 3.1 million tokens or what?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's
okay.
100,000.
That's what that means.
That's 100,000.
Okay.
But like, there's only a finite amount. Like, let's just say like Spider Tanks releases 1,000 NFTs, and in order to earn, you need to own an NFT. That's usually the case for all of these games. And so they only have 1,000 NFTs. So it's not like a 10 or 100,000 can just 100,000 people can just exploit this. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is the grid. This is grid. This is their new battle royale. It's gonna
I
be
actually
mobile.
like the way the graphics look. Yeah, it does look good. I was gonna call you about this because I was like, damn, I want to play this.
I've been telling you guys about this stuff.
Dude, you never want to play with this.
I tried to play with you guys on Steam. I played it for like a day or two.
It's on Steam, this one?
So it's on Steam and Epic Games.
What the hell?
Visit their website.
I'll play that today,
So
bro.
who's Team Grit?
Team Grid. These are individual developers.
So they
Or-
pay Team Grit to make them a game or what?
I'm sure there's
Or
different.
they partner up.
There's different deals to it, but for the most part, Gala Games owns majority of these gaming studios, or they partner up with them. Yeah,
It's kind of like Borderlands type of graphics.
and they haven't marketed this. They haven't marketed it because they haven't integrated all the fully fleshed out the blockchain technology
So
yet.
founder node is kind of like for the studio, and then
No, the
regular-
founder nodes represent the entire ecosystem / keep
Gala.
everything up.
That's Gala. And then
that's kind of like the studio, no?
they're kind of like a studio, right? Like
Gala Games is a studio, but they're also developing the blockchain technology, like everything for NFTs. They're developing that, which is like a lot of infrastructure to build. And basically, if a game wants to use their network / tech, like they come to Gala Games and they're like, we want to have our game here. But what I like about Gala Games is like they're really like good about, they have really good taste essentially, like about, or they're really good about choosing high quality projects, because like you see a lot of these other gaming studios and they're just not on par with putting up the quality games like this. Like this is like, I think the games that we're seeing on Gala Games, they're better than like, or not better. They're on par with Epic Games and
Yeah, that one looks super good.
and stuff.
trying to find. Okay, right here.
And what's interesting is, yeah, there's obviously the film and there's music now, which is I'm really
Look at this
excited
game.
for.
This reminds me of that.
Oh, so another thing is they have Voxverse coming up. Voxverse is like on par with Roblox and the Sandbox and Minecraft. Like, I think this has a lot of potential in its own. Like, there's endless opportunities.
So what films are they coming out
Look,
with?
click on it.
This one or
They got
this one?
Snoop Dogg on this.
Snoop Dogg's an investor.
Snoop Dogg's an investor in I think the music platform.
Snoop Dogg's different, bro.
He probably has equity in it. Yeah,
What the hell? That looks dope,
Ghost of Ruins
actually.
is an anime that's just a show by some, and they have some notable people. Oh, you know the actor from Spider-Man, the guy that was
Andrew Garfield.
the one that was mean to
Oh, you're talking about
Flash Thompson,
Flash Thompson. He's gonna be starring
Wait,
the Indian guy, or which
in
one?
this show actually. Yeah,
Which one?
The Indian guy.
yeah, the Indian guy. He's gonna be starring in this show.
No way.
Yeah,
That one.
that one. No, that's the director of Razor.
This one.
Yeah, he's gonna be in that one.
Dude, I actually want to see this. So I have to buy it, or can I just be like register?
No, I think what it means by buy. So buy now is you can buy NFTs. I own film nodes too. You can buy NFTs.
How much do film nodes buy or worth?
Whenever they were selling them, they're not selling them anymore. They're selling them for like $5,000 a pop.
Wow.
Dang.
How do I buy one right now?
You can't.
I'm gonna buy one right now.
They stopped selling them.
What about music nodes?
They stopped selling them
Dude,
too.
but wait, I thought you said that founder nodes are everything.
They do, but I'm telling you, like each individual project has different workloads.
He's
Okay.
saying, like, if he believes in the project, he'll probably buy a node, right?
What? No.
No, you're saying like there's one for games, one for film, one for music.
Because yeah, each individual project has different workloads. Like / they need to have like specific workloads for their individual like projects. Like
And you prefer the gaming nodes, right?
I prefer the gaming nodes, but I'm also into film and music. I see the potential in what they're building.
Oh,
with-
you have nodes for all three of them.
for all three of them. I see the potential in all of them.
So then, if someone like, oh look, that guy's from.
Like,
oh, never
go,
mind.
go to the music platform. Go to the music platform actually.
$15 million distributed to artists.
Yeah, so that's through
Six artists.
earning revenue, selling.
I'm here, but this is all it shows me.
Scroll up.
I know this is all it shows me.
Click on the left.
Discover.
Yeah, do that. I don't know why that's happening honestly. This is essentially Spotify.
Bad Bunny, imagine.
This is essentially Spotify, but decentralized, integrating crypto and NFTs
But
and all
how
that.
is it decentralized if it's Gala?
I know, but it like I think there's a big misconception when it comes to decentralization, because like like there's different levels to it. So like for Bitcoin, the way it works is it's decentralized because there's no like everyone's running nodes and everyone's mining, and there's no like one founder. He's not known, at least. But
Is
like
this,
in the case
NFT
of
or what?
yeah, you could buy the song, you can own the song and earn revenue from it.
Oh
But-
no shit.
But when it comes to Gala, like they're a centralized platform, but like the way it's decentralized is that you're running nodes and you can decide on certain things. Like for the film project, like you can decide which characters you want to be in the next season, which episode, what type of episode you want to see happen, like just different things like that.
No, like the person's actually owning it.
Like you're owning it, like
Yeah.
that's decentralized, like to an extent, and obviously over time you'll get more.
So we went to Universal Studios,
Over time
Al
you'll
and
get
I,
more access to.
and we saw this artist named Jake,
Mhm.
and he's not signed to anyone, but he specifically doesn't want to be signed because he doesn't want them to take a cut, and he wants to prove to everyone that he can grow without being with a label. But him being into this would be like amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he owns his music, he would directly make money off of people.
And his fans own it, which is way better than.
Yeah, his fans would own it, so that'd be awesome.
So
for
that's why I
everybody.
see a lot. I think, I don't know. I'm not saying it's gonna be bigger than this, than the Gala Games project, but than the gaming project. But I think it has a
It's
lot
a
of potential.
cool. Yeah, that is. I didn't even know about that.
Because I mean, they're talking
How
about.
come you never told me about
I told you about it. They have Snoop Dogg. They have Ice Cube. They have Dr. Dre already.
that? What does bronze mean? Right here.
There's tiers in terms of how much you can earn. I'm not exactly sure. I just run nodes right now for.
So if someone like us that don't have enough money or that don't want to invest that much money in a node, if we wanted to just start buying something, how do we get in?
Yeah, so
without a high barrier of entry of 100 grand or something.
there wasn't a big barrier to entry for these. It's just all about being early, and I think that's what what I like about crypto and startups is like they reward you extremely, like they reward you well for being early and supporting them early on. So like what I like about this situation is like the nodes were, I'm not saying they're cheap, but like they were pretty reasonable to it was pretty reasonable to buy one alone. Like you could have bought one for like $1,000 when they first sold.
So how do we get into it right now?
I mean,
If you recommend like a person that's like, oh, like I've never been into crypto, but I love the idea of like decentralization.
yeah, artists
How do we
owning
get
their
into
stuff
it?
and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So for this situation, they're not selling nodes anymore, but they may sell them in the future. But it's highly unlikely soon. Give me a second. And then, but currently, like, if you really wanted to own like a part of a song for like from Snoop Dogg's, like any like just from him, you could do that, and you can earn revenue from that song, I guess forever, and Gala Music actually works with all these different projects like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Amazon, and that's where all the revenue is coming from and being distributed through the Gala Games platform.
So maybe we try to get a song.
So you basically buy Gala token, buy a song. That's how you're saying it.
That's like the way to do it right now. I would if this were earlier and you guys like if there was a node sale for music nodes, I mean I'd say do that because you kind of get a pool of like everyone. And I mean that's just how I do
all the
it.
money, like, so just so I can understand this, so we can both understand it. So if I were to buy a song, for example, like the whole thing, every single dollar that comes through, you as a node holder, you get 50% of what I'm getting.
Yeah. So another thing is so like let's just say you own That's That, or like a song. Let's just say you own one song.
Snoop
Like,
Dogg, I love that song.
yeah. Let's just say you own let's just say there's 100 NFTs for that song, and you own one of them. So the way you contributed, the way you're gonna earn is you're gonna pair your NFT / piece of that song to a node owner, to like a server basically. So like let's just say you have your song and you pair it to my node. Well, I'm earning more because you're pairing it to my node, my server, and that's just another way to like add on to my revenue share, and increase your value and increases obviously Snoop Dogg's value too because he can get his song out there essentially. Or
Yeah, but so I just want to understand like the breakdown then. So if I buy the song, and let's just say that song makes $1,000 a month. How does the breakdown come in? So like they get the money from Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify,
Yeah.
and then it's distributed. You said 50% goes to Gala.
Yeah, like 50% will probably go to the artist, and the rest will go to the
note holder or
will go to the actual song holder.
Oh, okay. So then how do we make money? The note holder and the coin, the person that owns the.
Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure I'm not exactly sure about like the actual specific percentages because each artist is different. But currently, the way it works is there's a split between like let's just say like 50% was for the artist, the other 50% is for the node operator operating that song and the song owner. So there's obviously like
so Gala doesn't get anything out of this.
Gala obviously earns like tokens. They'll probably earn tokens from running nodes and stuff as well, or they'll probably get like a small percentage. But Gala does really not get a big. Gala's not getting a big portion of the earning potential from this like
from music. Okay.
So
it's mostly note holders, owners. Like if we owned a song and artists.
So Gala Games is probably taking like fees.
Transaction
fees. I haven't looked into the specifics because like the white paper has come out, but not the full-fledged tokenomics and all of that has come out for this project.
So then it was kind of risky. Then
it will soon. Yeah, it will.
It was a risky investment.
It is a risky investment, but since I know it's Gala Games, I know what type of like what they're capable of in terms of partnerships. I mean, I invested.
Would you ever buy another node, even though it's like 100,000?
I would definitely buy more. Oh, for the Gala founder nodes or which one?
Yeah, the founder nodes.
I probably would. Yeah, I probably would.
So you think at 100,000, you think it's okay return?
At 100,000, it's not. I think one thing that they're gonna be doing soon is they're gonna allow people to sell their nodes as NFTs. Because now they're only licenses.
I wonder, are you able to sell a fraction of your nodes?
No, I'm not sure. Maybe they can get into specific stuff like that, but that'll be on the individual level at that point. But I know like soon you'll be able to convert them into NFTs and sell them on a marketplace.
Interesting.
But I probably won't. But what I like about that is you have equity in the node, and I'm still earning. And what I like about that too is as the network grows, I earn more fees, and I can also earn tokens from all these other games that are out.
Yeah.
So then for us, if we obviously we don't want to spend 100,000 on a
because each game has individual tokens as well.
So then should we just buy Gala token then? If we wanted to, not I'm not saying like advertising Gala, but I'm saying like just because there's a bunch of projects similar to this, if we wanted to invest in a project that we liked, and we liked Gala because it has a bunch of stuff like music, film, gaming.
Yeah. So the Gala Games token represents the entire ecosystem. It stems from their blockchain down to the individual like film, music, gaming project, and the fully decentralized aspect where other developers are going to be able to come in and build decentralized exchanges, and just different DeFi stuff, decentralized finance stuff, and like all this other stuff. And so the Gala token represents all of that basically, and kind of has a big,
So then, if we were wanting to invest in Gala token would be the move.
Gala token would be the move, is what I'm saying. And what I liked about the team is they are really like forward about listening to they're really open to listening to the community. Like they say that publicly, and they're actually good about like keeping their promises, because that's the whole thing about decentralization. Like,
how do they talk to the community? Discord.
So the founder, I've spoken to the founder. He doesn't know me like that, but like I've spoken to the founder, the marketing head, the lady that's in charge of the music and film project. They're all there.
And they're legit people like
and the guy that founded Zynga, he's there in Discord. He talks there like daily basically. And he'll say like, I'm in LA right now, meeting up with different studios and just different executives, like just trying to make partnerships or something.
And these people are legit, like they have pretty good resumes.
Yeah,
like the lady that you said is running the film and music.
I think she's from
Spotify. Imagine.
No, she's from a high like a really like big company. I forgot what it is. I mean, they're on LinkedIn.
I wonder how they like they go from corporate to crypto. I wonder how they like transitioned from corporate 2 with 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How do they
those
get
people,
recruited?
They get paid in crypto. Or what?
Because I mean, I think what they're seeing is
Yeah, that's true. How do they get paid?
yeah, they get paid in so Gala Games like earns tokens,
Mm-hmm.
but another thing is that the founder is funding a lot of the project. So I mean,
Which
obviously,
is the Zynga guy.
he owns equity, and he's funding it too. And apart from that, they're getting funding from the tokens,
Investors. Oh,
from the tokens being distributed every day.
Oh wow, so he's the only investor.
I'm sure there's other aspects to it behind closed doors, but
Yeah.
but yeah, he's probably the main guy. I mean,
Hmm.
think about it. He sold.
Yeah, it's probably like
he's-
$1 billion project, right?
He sold Zynga for $10 billion. Like,
Yeah.
who knows how much he's put into this project alone. Like, but what I like, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because he's still building what he has to build. Like, he's really good at what he does. But
Wait, the Zynga guy
is the founder of this project
founder of Gala?
of Gala.
Damn.
And what was I gonna say? But yeah, that's essentially how they're bringing in revenue right now. Obviously NFT sales. But no, what I was gonna get to is that what they're showing right now to show like kind of promises or like to show the community that they're like really about what they do. They burnt like I think like 60% of the token supply, and there's only like 30 billion or no, there's only 50 billion tokens, and they just burnt all of the tokens that they've been earning from nodes or being distributed every day and from NFT sales and fees, and like they burnt it all to show the community that they're really about being here long term. And obviously that was more for like
So they won't rug pull.
yeah,
Basically, to
basically
prove
show
that they
more
won't-
because like a big thing is like founders usually they sell their tokens slowly, so like they could just get just cash out basically or just get money. I'm not saying like every founder's like that, but that's basically how it goes. And so that's just what happens, and they kind of just wanted to show they're not like that at all by literally burning their entire like treasury, which is big. Like that's like their arsenal, like that's how they fund. That's how they could have funded films. Like that was over $600 to $700 million they burned.
How is that much if the market cap to 100 or 200?
No. That was a mistake. The market cap's at 600 million. It was just that coin market cap's not updated.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. But
So then, by burning that, that's just money thrown away.
from the token supply. So now that the token supply's been slashed, that means
Each
the
token should go up.
value of the token should
Oh,
raise
So, okay.
higher than it should.
so then they're still kind of okay, right?
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely okay. I mean, obviously they're not gonna do that because they're not gonna
They
do
don't
that
have
out
money.
of the blue for like no like dumb reason.
Yeah. No, I meant like.
I know it's a really risky thing.
Like, because you're saying that they burned like a certain amount of tokens.
So what's the supply
That's
then? Yeah.
that's money for them, right?
They burnt their money basically. Yeah, is what I'm saying.
But then by burning it, they maybe increase what they already have, right?
I mean, I'm sure that's how they're seeing it, but
It wasn't really like a loss.
I'm sure that's how. I mean, that's how you could see it to an extent, but there's no point in seeing it that way until it actually like gets to that point. But I'm sure they have they already have a good amount of money coming in from NFT sales, and the distributions of Gala every day. But another thing is they actually burn the sales of their NFTs like I think 2 quarters out of the year. So that's like 2 billion Gala, little like minimum that they're burning each year, which is like shows a lot of promising aspects from the team too. But yeah, that's just an example of like what a high quality project's doing right now in the space.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything like Gala right now.
It's interesting. But like, you don't think like the token is at risk, like for people that try to exploit games?
No, like I explained to you, like in order to earn for these games, you need to own an NFT. Is usually the case.
But what if I own an NFT and I start exploiting?
There's just no way. Like they have it already to where like a person can only earn X amount of tokens per day.
You're capped.
Yeah, you're capped.
Oh, okay.
So like
That changes a lot of things.
It changes a lot of things.
That changed my mind then, because like I was like, man, I can just like a hacker could just go in there.
No, yeah. So a big
Yeah.
thing was like they're really aware of like what's already happening in the space and trying to be different, obviously be better, and we saw that with Axie Infinity where, people were earning like
Stupid
people
money.
were earning crazy money for a little investment, you know. And like, you know, you could have bought an Axie team and gotten your money back within like a month.
Oh yeah, I remember you had teams. Remember from
I had
India,
teams, yeah.
or was it
And
Africa?
I
or
had
India?
workers from the Philippines,
Oh, Philippines. My bad.
and I mean, I paid them with the token, so I didn't have a problem like having to like PayPal them or something.
Oh, and they knew how to turn it to their cash.
Yeah,
fiat.
so like the way it worked over there was like they all worked under like a company that just focused on playing that game, I guess. So I guess there would essentially just be a guy or a person or a girl like
Playing
that
it
had
all
a
day.
no that would like collect all the SLP, the token that you would earn, and I mean just probably give the workers cash.
How much were they earning, like the workers?
So I paid my guys, or the people working for me. I think it was at peak like $10 a day.
Shit. I
It-
mean, but
it varies on-
$10 goes a long way in Philippines, though.
It really does. Like it might have been less.
And were they playing all day, or they just pay a couple hours?
Yeah, it's only a couple hours
Oh, okay, it's not bad
Yeah.
then.
But
It's
I
like
mean, that's
4.
not too bad for just playing a game.
Yeah,
right?
you're playing your video games.
from your home.
It's not like you
It's not
have
like
them in sweatshops or something. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They're
That's
just
pretty
playing
cool.
games.
So I think it really changed the
When
narrative
did you stop that?
when it died down.
Did
but,
you make money?
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But I think I know I really like what it did for their like situation, because like it just made their jobs a lot easier to do, and they can make a lot more than they could in their actual country, you know.
That's so crazy how they figured that out too.
Yeah, who's thinking like, oh, I'm gonna make.
It's because gaming over there is really big, in those countries,
Philippines?
and like Korea, like gaming is really
Yeah, I mean,
is really big.
It's
you know?
crazy.
Yeah, I get,
'cause-
but Philippines, I never thought.
So there's this YouTube channel called Optimum Tech,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
and every now and then he posts like a video going over like badass setups, and like he's like, okay, like everyone send it to me on Twitter. I'm gonna post a video about it. Basically, he's going through everyone's, and like you see someone from like the Philippines, where they're like in a little hut, but they have like a fucking setup.
Yeah, 4090.
Like they're streaming too. But
Jeez.
no, dude, like it's like a GPU you've probably never even heard of. They have like custom GPUs that they make in China, trying to copy like AMD and Nvidia.
Damn.
But overall, I mean, do you have any other questions for Christian?
No, I think that was my biggest one. Like, I didn't really understand how you make money through crypto, like, and then transfer it to real world,
Mm-hmm.
use.
Yeah, I think when it comes to crypto, it's like bigger than just like fiat, right?
Mhm.
Like you can't think about it in fiat terms. And Christian and I were having this conversation. Like he's like basically owning the company, so he's not thinking like, oh, this is like my dollar amount, right? That's not how you think of it, right?
What do you mean? Oh, like
When it comes to crypto, because like he's thinking like, oh, I'm gonna make money in crypto and then transfer it out to fiat.
yeah,
But
no,
like you don't think about it like I'm trying to make a bunch of dollars so I can use dollars, right? You think about it as I want to own these companies and then I'll keep like the tokens basically.
I mean, I definitely see it as like exiting. I definitely see it like as exiting, and investing in other spaces, like obviously like real estate and all these other things that I want to do. But I just see it as like I'm an investor and I want to grow my portfolio, my position, my net worth currently. And while I'm interested in like the tech, but I mean, yeah, there's a lot of levels to it.
Would long term would you hold crypto?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you believe in crypto long term?
Yeah, there's a lot of like, you know, obviously risk to it, but I think there's also a good amount of pros that make it to where it's viable and it makes sense, because there's just so many things happening with governments where they can close down your bank account for any reason, or just have control over, or just see what you're doing with your money. And I think the aspect where like you actually can own and control, have full control over your money is really promising. I'm not saying that it's like the entire thing that it's selling, but I think that on its own is like big. But I know there's different things though, like that the government is probably working on, where they could probably link your address to your name or something that they're probably working on. But I mean,
I think crypto alone.
At the end of the day, you're still owning your stuff,
Yeah.
whether they know it's you or not.
That's why I really like Bitcoin. I know you think like you believe in like the whole Bitcoin like thesis. Yeah, I like being secure, I guess, and like having like a insurance policy. Even though like we don't know the future, right?
Yeah, no.
So it's better to just
I
invest
just-
in multiple things.
Yeah, just diversify your portfolio. Currently, I'm just focusing on it because it's a really volatile space, and if you know what you're doing and you focus on it, you could learn the ins and outs of it, and I mean obviously expand your portfolio and net worth. But yeah, long term, I'm not gonna be like 100% in crypto for sure.
Long term,
Yeah,
no.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only bad thing about crypto is if I were to die or you were to die, no one inherits it.
No, yeah, I already have it all set up. Like I have a book. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but
I have a book in my backpack, guys.
I have a book in my backpack.
I have my key phrase on my laptop.
Yeah, I don't know. You should have. I mean, there's just different levels to you can have like a book that explains everything, like where stuff is at, or like solve like a I don't know. You could have someone solve this thing, and they can get access to the seed phrase, or you have it in your safety deposit box or something like that.
It's
Fucking-
Willy Wonka or what?
What do you mean?
No, like
Because
solving
he does
shit.
he does like
No,
a,
have you seen that movie? Fucking what is it, Glass Onion,
Yeah.
where they had to like solve this whole like mystery in order to go to the.
to get an inheritance. That's what I mean. Like you have to do.
I
all
don't-
these things.
honestly, I don't even think people would give a fuck. Like they wouldn't even worry about like the inheritance part. You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't want to like figure it out just
Imagine
to
they
get like
open the
some
book.
money.
They're like,
I mean, shit. If you're like, let's just say if someone's worth like they have $100 million in Ethereum. Like, I mean, shit. Are you gonna look for that? It's your dad or something, or your grandpa? Like, you forgot it.
not worth
Right.
it. Honestly.
Not forgot it. Like, it's just
100 million is different, but if it's like a million and like you kind of like feel shitty about the death, you know, you probably won't even care about it.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it comes down to the situation, but yeah, there's different ways to do it. Like, I know Vitalik Buterin has it to where, like, the founder of Ethereum, he has it to where he has like half or like 33% of each phrase in different safety deposit boxes across the world.
I thought he gave away his Ethereum.
He has it. I mean, he has a good amount still left.
Really? Man, he says he's broke.
Probably not.
So wait, that's another thing I want to know before we end this podcast.
Yeah.
So this whole thing going on with the Ledger, I was like shitting bricks when I first heard about it.
Mhm.
Where like they can get your backup phrase and basically they can steal your coins. How do you do cold storage? I don't understand that concept. Like where do I
storage?
send it and then like because they're like, oh, cold storage, you just write down your keys and you're good. But you have to put it in a wallet in order to get it. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so with the whole thing with cold storage now is just like, I mean, obviously it's a lot of FUD. I haven't used the Ledger in a while, honestly, because I'm just so used to storing it the way I do it. But
Or you don't know how cold storage works either.
I mean, yeah, down to the technicals, I don't. But
I don't understand either. I would love to like.
I haven't looked
Learn
into
about
it
that.
completely. But I mean, I have the Ledger wallet and stuff. It's just that I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of FUD around owning a Ledger right now.
What's a ledger? I don't really know.
It's that USB thing that you would see me have, and that's
Oh,
where
and
that's where I
putting
s-
everything in
yeah
there?
I store my Bitcoin in there, and like apparently like like if I update my Ledger, they would have access to my Bitcoin.
But that's what's like. It's just a USB. I don't understand. Is it like encrypted
It's
or
act-
something?
Well, like they have my key phrases, my seed phrase. So like if they were to grab my seed phrase and put it into Coinbase, it would populate my Bitcoin, and they can transfer that.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. That's scary, bro.
it is fucked up. So I want to get a different one, but
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing was I just wanted to know like how it could be practical for daily life.
It's really
I
practical
understand
if you want to keep
I understand
your
like wanting to build
coins
a
safe.
portfolio and but if like
well, people in Africa use it right now, and El Salvador, like they
Yeah.
actually use
But I'm saying, like, yeah,
Bitcoin.
but-
Yeah,
but here it's not really like a thing yet.
because
So
it's
how
really
would
it's
it-
really early on. So,
It
I mean, it's not like
practical to like just live off of it, right?
there's different
possible.
levels to it now. Like there's a project called Cody. They're working on a system where let's just say you're a vendor and you sell like T-shirts, and I come up to you and I have Ethereum, but you want to accept Bitcoin or USDC. Yeah, Cody does that for you. Like it does the automatic
Exchange.
swap and finds a pair for it.
Expensive fees.
Or not finds the pair. It finds like a way to swap it to where you get what you want.
Visa.
But and I mean, there's stuff like that that's gonna be fleshed out over time that'll make it to where like, you can accept whatever currency you want regardless if I have pesos or USD or Bitcoin or Ethereum. Like, there's levels to that now. Like, it's not just like it's only one way or the highway anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But that seems like it would be, like you said, like
I
5
think-
years in the future.
I think you need to go down the rabbit hole of how El Salvador's doing it and people in Africa. People in Africa don't even use internet. They're sending it like with like those old school phones from early 2000s. I'm not joking. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how it works. But like I always see posts like, oh, they don't even have internet and they're sending Bitcoin.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of value in something like Bitcoin because it doesn't rely on like a government. It doesn't rely on
Anyone.
It's infinite. I mean, it's not infinite, and so the value of it can. I mean, essentially, if people like put sense to it, I mean, the value of it can be forever. Like be valuable forever.
I just think it's really badass. Like they show you QR code, you scan the QR code, pay,
Mm-hmm.
done. I think that's so badass.
Yeah.
Instead of I pay with my credit card, I have to pay my credit card from my bank account. Gotta make sure there's money there, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's why I was asking, because I was like, I mean, I can't live off of that, right?
Yeah, I saw another video too that like this guy. They asked this guy from El Salvador like, how do you pay your light bill? He's like, well, I get my light bill, I scan the QR code and it pays. That's it.
He's like, Bitcoin, bro.
Like it was that easy.
Yeah.
It's too funny.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But closing statements.
I think I learned a lot about crypto.
Mm-hmm. That's good. And Dom.
Dom,
Dominic Toretto.
Dom and
Yeah.
his superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You're gonna start investing more into it now that he.
I like buying Bitcoin, but I didn't know about these things about Gala. Like Christian told me a lot about it, but I didn't know that.
I knew
You can
I
make
knew
money off
Snoop
the
Dogg got
songs.
into a project, but I didn't know it was this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me about Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube, and I forgot who else
This
was
is
in
cool.
it.
Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre's working on a documentary.
Is Eminem in it yet or no?
He's sold. He buys every Eminem song.
Literally.
As soon as Eminem gets in on it, I'm down.
I don't know. I think they have Kings of Leon though too.
No way.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They only have like one good song.
Okay, dude. Well, Christian, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah. Thanks
Crypto
for having me.
billionaire.
Good talk.
Thanks for having me.
He
Appreciate
basically
you.
owns Gala. He basically owns Illuvium.
Yeah, honestly.
He owns Snoop Dogg.
Biggest name in the crypto space you don't hear about.
Jeez.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
Thanks,
Thank
bro.
you.
Have a good day.
Peace.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Follow.
You too.